So what we are going to discuss about today, configure the time service clients. And what is the time service client? Actually, what do you think when you are restart the computer and the computer will restart, you will find the time will not change and exact time you are fine. You can see easily the time is exact. And similar in a Linux, when you are going to be check your time, generally you can check here the time is written over here, but right now sometime you are accessing the server through the SSH, through any command line interface, and at the same time you will not able to see the time running here. So you can run the simple command is date. So when you run the date command, you will find here the name of the day, then you will get the time, date and time. Okay, so once you will get this information, and you can easily identify. But the question is this: how this time will work? Do you have any idea how does it work? Actually, this what I have run the date command, and whatever the displaying the time here, this time we can say the system time. This is system time. We are not sure this is the exact time or this is the UTC time or what time it is. We cannot say. Okay, this is the system time. But sometime, and this time is managed by the BIOS, or we can say the BIOS. How the BIOS is running? Because there is a two hardware, one is a laptop, another is a desktop, right? So in a laptop, in a laptop there is a battery exist, but in a desktop no battery. But there is a very small battery inside the desktop, and this battery known as a CMOS battery. This is very small battery. And what is the work of this battery? When your system is turned off, then whatever configuration you have saved and changed in a BIOS, this will be maintained and control and remain active by this battery. In this case, if you set any type of the date and time in a BIOS, you have saved any date and time in a BIOS, then it will be maintained by the CMOS battery. So what does it mean? You have set any time like 15:30 p.m. So it will be managed by this CMOS battery, and second will be automatically increased. Second, then minutes, then hour. Okay. Similar like other battery or other digital watch. In a digital watch, once you will set the time, and this digital watch will be operated by using the any type of the battery, right? So in this case, if any type of the time you have changed in a BIOS, this time will be maintained by the CMOS battery, right? This time which is exist in a BIOS, it's known as a hardware clock. So one is a system clock, another is a hardware clock. So when the system you will start, like you have the desktop and shut down for 2 days, and after the 2 days you will start the computer. So first the BIOS will be start, then the system will start. When the system will start, the system clock the system clock will synchronize with the hardware clock. The system clock will be synchronized with the hardware clock, and whatever the time exists in a hardware clock will be updated over the system, right? But if you have the 10 computers or the 20 computers or the 1000th computer in your organization, so maintaining the time, exact time on every system is not possible. Why? Because when you will put any time here in a 10 systems, you will configure the time on different system, then it's not easy task to configure time exact. Why? Because whenever you will set the time, you will get the differentiation in a minute or in a seconds, minutes or seconds. Are you agree with it? Of course you are. So similar, if there is a 1000th computer, then it is not easy to configure the time on every computer. So in this case, there is a network time protocols known as a NTP, network time protocol. On a network time protocol, all the system, all the running systems in your organization will sync the time with the NTP server, not with the hardware clock, right? So there is a lots of the NTP server. Like in a case, you are running a Android device and your friend, your family member are running the same device. Have you set the time? No. Why? Because the Android device is syncing time from the NTP server running by the Google. So Google have the NTP server, and all the clients, all the Android devices, whenever the device will boot and it will connect with the Google and synchronize the time on every Android clients. Got it? So the same thing, you can configure the NTP server on your on a local server. You can create a local server, and then all the devices means all the client computer. All the client computer will synchronize to the local NTP server, and whatever time you have set here or you will change on the NTP server, all the clients will get the same time, exact time, and the same time on every client server.